for this, because give them a shout out.
No. Guys. But how would I say?
We have got
Yeah,
to
guys,
put
I
that.
swear.
We have got to put that in.
Hello? Does normal volume work?
Yeah, we're testing. We're here for the unprecedented.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Hi guys. This is so awkward, but welcome to the first episode of Let's Talk About It. My name is Trish. If you guys haven't met me, and today we have a very special guest with us.
Hey.
It's Vimo. Okay, if you guys are wondering, we're actually in in a dessert place trying to.
It's called like Ice Garden.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ice Garden. They don't
Having,
even know
like-
who we are.
You guys can't see, but I'm having desserts. Ice Garden sponsor us, please. I'm just kidding. Okay, I really hope the audio works because if it doesn't, I'm gonna be so upset. Like really upset. But anyways, welcome to the first episode. If you guys are new, I'll post this video that I'm filming on YouTube, and I will link all of Vima's socials down below as well. He's a celebrity, by the way. No,
I'm not.
dudes met like Paris Hilton. Who else have you met?
I've met many celebrities though. Yeah,
Okay.
Paris Hilton. Who else that I've met? Some local celebrities.
She
to name a
got
few,
recognized by Mariah Carey. So I'm saying.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay, so I think today's episode we're just gonna dive into a lot of like how we met actually.
Our friendship.
Our friendship, yeah, and what we think about the whole like acting thing and being content creator.
Since we have delved a little bit into like the acting venture.
Exactly,
acting, if you can even say that, yeah.
Okay, do you wanna like scoot in a little
Okay.
bit? Okay, so maybe we can talk about how we met.
Yeah. Do you wanna start?
I don't remember when we met. Wait, actually, it was last year. I know it was last year.
It was a.
But I don't remember which month it was. It was either March or May. It was
for an audition that we both met. Yeah, I guess it was a casting call. Yeah, it was a casting call.
It was we're not gonna name which studio.
No.
We don't want to put anybody out there.
Yeah.
But how do I put it? Like.
No, before we go right into that, can you guess like who got the part?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I was auditioning for the main character, and so was he.
Yeah, but I was auditioning, I think, for like the side character. Is that
side character, but also like a main character.
Sort of a mainish, yeah.
Guess who got the part?
Neither of us. Yeah.
Okay, you know what? We both thought that we were talented enough. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we just ended up, I guess, being extras. I don't know about you though, but I was called back to. I don't know if we can even say it as a callback. Yeah.
Tell us that story. I want to know.
Well, it was I think after a few weeks after we auditioned, and I got an email with, was it an email or a text saying that they were looking for extras, and if you were down for that, you can always come back and we can work something out. So I managed to go for it because I just wanted to get the experience of the whole acting realm, and I went in and actually became one of the extras, the background characters for the
show
that we auditioned, which was quite fun and interesting, I must say. Yeah.
I got the text too, by the way.
Ooh.
Yeah, I remember texting you about it, like asking you like, did this person text you to be an extra? And I was like, ain't nobody got time for that.
And you kind of told me that the pay wasn't that.
It's true.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
okay, at that moment, I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit salty about it because I was just like, do they really see us as side characters?
Yeah, just like background characters.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get it.
Yeah, I mean,
honestly, I get it.
Yeah, in all honesty, I mean, when we put it that way, it seems as though that we're like frivolous characters, but in real life, they take good care of even the extras. So yeah, we're not like being salty about that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, like for people who
Mm.
always feel like extras are like not important, you are
Mhm.
important. It's just that,
You feel as though like being extras in TV shows are like such an obscure
yeah.
thing, but in reality, you do make up to become like the part of the whole production. I think without extras in some scenes might not really work.
I feel like
Um,
extras is so easy. It's like you don't even need to
yeah,
act. You just need to stand in the background and just be
yeah.
like the chillest.
Except when you have some dialogues, which I have done.
True.
But yeah, so that's a bit nerve wracking. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Honestly, we're filming and everybody's staring, and I don't
yeah,
like this. I have anxiety, so it's like okay.
mm,
Moving on.
yeah.
So that's how we met.
Mm.
And because we both didn't get the parts, but yeah, I think that's how we connected
Mhm.
and have become friends since.
Yeah, I mean, we really did connect on the day that we met itself when we were going through the
Yeah.
scripts. The scripts,
I was literally telling
yeah,
him like how nervous I
yeah.
was.
Because it was fun fact. It was our first time
Yeah.
auditioning for like any local production
Hmm.
or like TV show.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think the next question would have to be like, what made you want to audition for that,
Oh, for the whole
for the
thing.
role?
Honestly, I just wanted to get a bit of an exposure because I've always wanted to delve into like the world of acting.
Yeah.
And so I thought, hey, why not, give it a try since it's a local production, how bad it's gonna be. So I
True.
just, yeah, and gave it a try. And I was wrong because, you know, um, I had like impressions where it was gonna be easier, but I didn't know that it was gonna be like a real, they were like doing all this clapboard thing, and it's
Yeah.
like they're going to be like cameras and whatnot. I thought it was just going to be just something simple, but it was
Yeah.
actually not a simple thing to go into castings and like auditions and
It's
whatnot.
true.
Yeah.
Wow.
So TVS, if you're watching this, we're still available.
Bruh.
Shameless self promotion right there, but
um,
you know,
I mean,
if you know, you know.
if you
Yeah.
need an extra stuff, I'm kidding. I think
Yeah.
how I got it was
Mm.
my brother-in-law. He
Mhm.
actually saw this ad on Instagram
Ooh.
that they were looking for like bubbly characters,
Mhm.
and he was like, "You actually suit this character really well." And I
Right.
was like, you know,
I should give it a try.
I
Mhm.
I when I say I have anxiety, I really do have
Mm.
anxiety, and actually going for the audition was like stepping out of my comfort zone
Ooh.
to like put myself out there.
Mhm.
And when I was younger, I've always wanted to be an actor. I think that's
Yeah.
everybody's dream is to
Mhm.
be an actor, and I think that's one of the reasons why I not
Mhm.
delve. I dove into
Yeah.
YouTube. I think it's the closest thing I'll ever get to
Yeah.
being
You're like
an
your own
actor.
director, your
Yeah,
own like editor. Yeah.
editing is hard, guys, but
It
it's
is.
for content purposes and
Yeah.
it's all for fun. But even filming like myself, sometimes I'm scared. So what more to say going for an actual audition like this?
Yeah.
And when I went there, oh my god, my first impression, you were sitting there at the table,
Yeah.
and I was just like,
I remember seeing you like going through the
I was
scripts.
like, what am I
Yeah.
getting myself into?
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, this is scary. It's like
Yes.
when you're actually in front of the camera, that's when you start to
Yeah.
feel it. And when the guy was like, okay, I need you to act angry, I need you to act like
Mhm.
crazy, I need you to do this and do that, and you just your mind just goes blank.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew I was like, I'm never getting this part.
They want you to like give your
Yeah.
all. Like when you're auditioning, it's like you're running for like a marathon or something. Like you're just, you have got to,
But
yeah.
yeah. I actually already kind of knew that I wasn't getting a part because
Mhm.
it was my first time. And there were
Same.
definitely people who like
Yeah.
were more experienced.
Right, and I
Yeah.
was surprised. You remember the audition? We thought that this particular person was going to get the part and ended up
Mm,
not getting the part. So I was like, "Ooh, maybe, yeah, maybe we have no knowledge about casting,
yeah,
yeah, or maybe they wanted a different type of rhythm to the character or something."
it's true. But I'm glad I actually like
Mm,
went out of my comfort zone to
yeah,
like do something like this. And
so that you'll get the idea of the whole process of
yeah,
how filmmaking is.
it's true.
Yeah. So coming from a background of like no knowledge on like filmmaking, I think it is something. It is an eye
Mm,
opener, I'd say, yeah, for newcomers to like delve into these realm. Yeah,
yeah.
the
I,
filming realm. Yeah.
I feel like I don't know how actors do it,
Hmm.
but getting into characters like, whoa,
Yeah.
I
Woe is
might
me. Yeah, you feel.
My I wasn't mentally prepared
Yeah.
that day, to be
Mm.
honest. I think my mind was just at that point where it was like,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna get this part, I'm not gonna get this part.
Right.
And it was just like
I think the thing
all the
about getting
thoughts.
into characters, since we're like talking about getting
Yeah,
into characters, is that you have to have an idea where you're playing a character and you have to like be really into that character. You have to be that character,
true.
so that you can decipher your own personality with a particular character. You have to like live in it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Mm.
if anybody out there is looking for a sarcastic character, that's my personality. I mean,
That's like your real life.
I have
Yeah.
a sarcastic personality and I just like it. Some people are offended by it,
Mhm.
but I just like being sarcastic for
You're
fun.
just being yourself.
Yeah, and I mean,
Mm.
that is somehow it's not acting, but it's like just natural.
Natural,
I
it
just
comes
feel like
naturally.
you need to be like, oh my
Mhm.
god, I'm having sorry. You just need to be like natural
Yeah.
and just go with the flow, I think
Yeah.
for me that part
Mhm.
was because I had anxiety and just there
Yeah.
was just so much that was going on in my brain where it was just like, I don't think I
which
can do
which
this.
actually really feed into the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, at least I got first hand experience
First
of
of
what
all,
it
we
was
thought that
like.
we were gonna kill it, but then
Oh,
we're like,
that is
we
true.
bombed so
We
bad.
were like,
Yeah.
you know what, it's fine. We're good.
Mm.
We can do this.
We got this, and then we're like hyping each other up,
That's
and then
true.
ended up not getting the part. But we're not
Yeah,
sad about it. It's just that I mean, what was there to expect? You go audition once and you get the part. Of
it's
course,
true.
that's not how the world works.
Yeah,
Uh, but yeah, I think since we have a bit of experience, I guess if we were to like go back into the world of acting,
mm,
then we can have somewhat of a knowledge of like what we're getting ourselves
it's
into.
true.
Yeah.
But I don't think I would ever do that again. It's too scary for
Oh, why
me.
not?
I don't know. I just felt like
Do you think the whole process is quite tedious at certain
I
times?
don't know if it's because they didn't do it well,
Mm-hmm.
or if it was just like my nerves getting to me,
Mm.
or what it was. But I just felt like for my first time, yeah,
It was kind of eh.
and it was kind of uh,
Yeah.
like I mean not the it's
Mm.
not the people's like it's not the
Yeah.
studio's people's fault or
No,
whatever
it's
if they're watching this. I'm just
yeah, yeah,
saying
yeah.
like
It's what we are dealing with ourselves, like
yeah,
our internal thoughts and whatnot.
coming from somebody who's
Mm.
an ambivert. So if
Uh,
you guys don't know what that means, it means I'm an outdoor introvert and an indoor extrovert.
I guess an ambivert is actually a balance of both
It
introvert and
is
extrovert, isn't
it
it?
is a balance, but
Uh-huh.
when you're outdoors,
Mm-hmm.
so technically I say outdoor introverts because when you meet new people, you
Mm.
don't really open yourself to them.
Uh,
Yeah. So when you're an indoor extrovert means that when you're around people that you're closest to or
mhm.
like family and
Yeah,
friends, and that's
you tend
when
to be more opened
yeah,
up and
it's
whatnot.
like
Yeah.
you talk a lot.
Mm.
So yeah, I think that's like pretty much what it is, lah, to
So
be
even what
honest.
she's doing right now, I guess she's
Yeah.
going really out from her comfort zone. All right, we'll
Who
get back.
should do
Where
a
were we?
topic? I don't remember, to be honest.
I was in the middle.
Oh, I think
I
we were
wanted to
talking
burst
about
out and laugh, but I held my composure.
See,
I
I
laughed.
was just like, boy,
Yeah, I was like,
they're
oh,
coming over here.
but it's fine though. It's fine. It's fine.
Mm. We were talking
Mm.
about how I'm an ambivert.
Oh yeah,
So it's like
we're
how I'm more
explaining the whole thing. Yeah.
comfortable like around. So I think that's why that whole situation was like
Mm.
so hard for me. It was
Yeah.
because I was just like, I cannot do this.
Yeah, you feel it,
I'm
so it's like too much pressure at one time.
yeah, it's like I'm not talented
Mhm.
enough for this. Why am I here? Like
Ah, well, I don't think that. I don't think. I think it's like your nerves really got
yeah.
to you. Yeah, rather than. The reality is, I think everyone is talented in some
Which
sort of
is
way. Yeah.
which is kind of a, like
Hmm.
I wouldn't say like a big thing because I grew up on stage my whole life as a
Yeah.
dancer,
Hmm.
but that is very much different
Yep.
than like acting because
Hmm.
when you dance, people are just like, oh,
And if you're
it's
like a
great.
solo dancer, you can mess up and like cook up
Yeah,
a
and you
new.
can do like
Yeah.
impromptu, but
Yeah.
acting is like it's
You
next
must go by the
level.
book. You
Yeah.
have your scripts. You have
Even
your
though like
scene, your
oh,
dialogue, and
by
whatnot.
going by the book, like
Yeah.
even though at the audition they were like, oh, you don't have to go by the book, you can do your own like
Yeah.
lines or whatever.
That's
But
when you
we're
get
just
stuck.
yeah,
Yeah.
but And that's when we're like, how the heck are we supposed
Yeah.
to do this?
How can
Like,
I be impromptu and fit into the character? Yeah,
yeah.
that's something that I
Oh
don't
my
think I
gosh,
can
there's
do.
so
Yeah.
much background noise. I apologize, guys, but like, yeah. Okay, so what else can we talk about?
Oh, friendships.
Oh yeah,
Do you want to
let's
like go
segue
through the
into that.
questions
Yeah,
pretty quick? Do you,
I actually
yeah.
asked you guys a couple of questions on the Let's Talk About It Instagram page, which I'll link down below as well.
Yeah.
Go and follow. Hoping to
Is this going
continuously.
on like YouTube or
Yeah, it
Instagram?
is going on YouTube,
Okay.
Instagram,
So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe,
hopefully
and all
TikTok if I'm
those
not lazy
things.
to do it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I definitely do want to keep up with this whole
Posting. Yeah.
podcast like series with different people, not
Yeah.
just Vimal.
Yeah.
But
Of
if you guys
course.
do want to see more of him, comment down below as well. Um, but yeah, so friendships. What? Oh yeah, sorry. But my questions are on my phone, and I'm filming on my phone. I did send them to you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We can
So
go through it. Yeah.
while he does that, I'm just eating a mango dessert. Shout out to Ice Garden. I'm just kidding.
I hope they'll sponsor us the next time we're here.
This is going out of my comfort zone. Filming in public is going out of my comfort zone. Just so you know.
Oh, I think I've got the questions here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll just go through the first question is what when you think of the word friendship, what does it mean and how do you think a healthy friendship would look like?
So, do you want to go first?
Well, honestly, when I think of friendship, I'll just be like friends.
Friends, yeah.
Yeah.
If the vibe, if we can vibe with someone, I think we can instantly become friends.
Have you ever looked at this person and or even talked to this person and just be like, oh my god, I need this person in my life?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have had that feeling for so many times. And I think for me it's because I don't know about you, but I prefer being alone. So
Same.
even if I have friends, it's like I want to have my own
Right.
time. But sometimes you do really need your friends. And I think that there is a point in your life where you cannot take your friends for granted. I would say because when they're not here,
Yeah.
that's when you're gonna struggle the most. Because that's from my personal experience. I have two best friends. One is in Singapore and one is in UK. So
Cool.
yeah, the fact that I cannot when I'm struggling with something that I can't talk to them is like yeah, I mean I can talk to them. They're just like a phone call or like
Away,
a text
yeah.
away, but it's like they're not physically here to like be able to talk to me when I'm going through stuff. Like when I need them by my side, they're not here. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think to me a healthy friendship should be like communication. I think communication is definitely one of the most
Definitely it,
important
yeah.
things. It's the same as relationship, guys.
Yeah.
Just talk about it.
When it comes to me, though, I'd say a healthy friendship, when you get the same energy back.
Yeah.
Because I've been in some certain situations where I feel as though, I try to be a good friend and I don't get the same energy back. It's
people
not
just
that
take-
yeah.
People just take advantage of
Yeah.
like your kindness and stuff.
Yeah. If you're like you'll only be their friend if you're beneficial to them.
True.
Yeah.
I've had friends like that, and I swear to you,
I don't think they're called friends.
yeah,
I think they should be called leeches.
girls cut people off for life already. So
Leeches or snakes, I don't
time
know.
to cut. No, I'm just kidding. Time to cut some more. No.
Snakes in the grass, it's time to cut the lawn or something. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I think that's why when we first met, we vibed
Right.
straight away. So I think that's how we.
Yeah. There's a sense of like like being authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we're not faking it or we just
True.
met and
It's like
we vibed.
I think
Yeah.
most importantly is to get somebody who accepts you for your flaws as well.
Right.
So it's like you accept my sarcastic side, and I accept you just being,
Yeah.
you know, like whatever you are. So
Yeah.
it's like I don't really need to explain myself to people why I'm like this. If you like me, you like me. If you don't,
Yeah,
then
and people don't need to understand in order for them to like be friends. or
Yeah.
whatnot. Yeah. You just gotta try, I guess.
I think
Yeah.
the whole point of friendship is if you vibe with that somebody,
That's your friend.
that's your friend.
Yeah.
Do not lose that person because
Don't take them for granted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next question.
All right. Let's see. Ooh, I love this one. What are red flags in a friendship?
Boy, do you want to start first?
I've not had many friends in my life, I guess, but I'd say one of the red flags would be, again, going back to the first question, I have a tendency to be on a tangent, but yeah, I think
I think taking advantage of you is one.
taking advantage, second of all, only if you're beneficial,
Mm.
only then they'll see you like as someone who's like,
Put it this way:
yeah,
the people you think who are closest to you, you will always think like they support you in every way,
mhm,
shape, and form. But when you have a small business or when
right,
you have
yep, they don't
something
even,
that's
yeah,
so like personal to you,
they don't even care.
they don't even care.
Hmm.
It's like you need to physically text them and ask
Yeah,
them like, "Can you help me promote this? Can you help me do
yeah.
that?"
I mean, real friends would not do that.
Whereas for me, if I'm friends with this particular somebody,
Hmm.
I would just like promote their business
Yep.
or whatever it is for them without them
Reposting
having
their
them to
stories
tell
or
me.
something. Yeah,
So I think that says a lot
yeah.
about somebody.
It depend. I guess it depends on how you value a person.
Mm.
Yeah. So if you value someone for who they are, I think there's nothing wrong in, like you've mentioned, sharing some of the things that they're selling, for example, or if it's like a small business, or if
Yeah.
they're,
Or like a
upcoming, yeah,
performance or like
performance or whatever. Like, yeah, I mean, we're not like forcing anybody to share
it's
anything
true.
on social media, but I
But I'm
think
just saying I
the
think it's
support
like
system, I guess, like
yeah.
we're going back to like the support system.
I
Yeah.
think in Mandarin they say like
嗯
你要会做人 is like
Oh,
you need to know how to
appreciate someone.
you need to know how to become a person
Hmm.
for somebody to see a worth in you in that sense.
So in a sense, you can say like somebody to lean on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
So
I guess
I
that's what friendships are for.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it also depends. I've had
Hmm.
people who took advantage of me a lot of times and I'm still
Ooh.
here.
Yeah.
But
We've all been there.
I cut them off too,
Yeah.
so this is why I prefer being alone.
Yeah. It's true. Sometimes, when I think the other saddest thing, I don't know if this will really coexist to this question, but what I'm trying to say is when you feel alone in a room full of people, in
Yeah.
a room full of friends, that's when you know that they are not your friends.
Oh,
Have you ever felt that way? Like
yeah.
you were like in a friend circle. Let's say you feel like you're at an event or
I
something.
totally understand how you feel
Yeah.
because this is
Hmm.
gonna be a very long story, but I'm just gonna summarize it.
Shoot it.
Back in 2020 was during COVID and
Hmm.
everybody was in lockdown, and that's when like online games started to become really famous
Hmm.
and popular, and everybody just started connecting through like online, like Discord, video calls and stuff. I brought a few of my really close friends back then
Hmm.
into this group, this Discord group, and all of us just started playing games together, like
Hmm.
Valorant, Among Us, or just whatever it was in general. And it was because of that situation.
Hmm.
It was because of that, like me feeling left out,
Hmm.
we stopped becoming friends.
Oh.
It was like I can explain to you the whole story, but it was like one of the worst things ever
Yeah.
because
In a
there
nutshell, you feel
there
like
was
you're
always
left
it was
out.
always the
Yeah.
four of us,
Hmm.
and suddenly it just became the three of
The
them,
three.
and
Yeah.
then I was just like, what did I ever do wrong to like
Yeah.
provoke you
Yeah.
guys?
Sometimes there's nothing happens. I guess
Yeah,
that the spark just leaves
and it's
or
like
something.
you guys
Yeah.
need to know that I brought you guys into this
Yeah.
group, and I wanted to spend time with you
Mhm.
guys, but you guys are like secretly hanging out outside without
Yeah.
me, or
You feel
every
so
time
left out, man. That
every time I
sucks.
join you guys for a game, I always
Hmm.
feel anxious and like a heavy
Yeah.
weight on my
Right.
shoulders.
You feel
So
as a
it's
not
like
you don't feel appreciated.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I was just like, okay,
Hmm.
if there's really something going on, like just confront me about it.
Yeah.
I don't like confrontations,
Hmm.
and I don't like confronting people, but I really do appreciate it.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
want to talk about it,
Hmm.
but sometimes people just don't want to talk about it, which is
Yeah.
annoying.
Hmm.
And I think that if we would have handled that situation a little bit earlier and in a more mature way, we most
Would
probably would
definitely,
have still
yeah.
be friends by now.
But me being an empath, I would still think that, oh, it's not them. It must be I must
Yeah.
have done something
So
wrong. Yeah.
that's why when that whole situation
Hmm.
escalated, I went into depression and I
Hmm.
had so much anxiety, and I was just like I went off. Technically I didn't go off, but it
Hmm.
was just like I did not reply to text for 2 months. I did
Oh.
not I was scrolling through Instagram and stuff, but I did not like post anything.
Yeah.
I did not do whatever it is. There was a lot of crying involved, a lot of me getting angry at people, a lot of me like not wanting to
Yeah.
eat. My mom would like, let's just go shopping, you know, and I was just like, no, I don't want to. And
So you're like down in this rabbit
so
hole.
yeah, I always thought like I was blaming myself
Mhm.
for the friendship that ended because
Yeah.
the three of them were pitting against each other and blaming me. So I was just like, oh, okay, so maybe it is my fault.
Yeah.
And the fact was that I apologized to them,
Mhm.
but they didn't do the same back.
Again, the energy. You
Yeah.
just don't get the
So
same
I was just
energy
like,
back. Yeah.
I
Mhm.
apologize for my faults, but you guys have faults too.
Yeah.
So
Why
I
don't you
think
just talk about it and maybe
yeah.
we can work something
And
out?
I was
Yeah.
like, healthy friendships involve communication,
True.
and I think that I just don't understand like why people
Mm.
want to avoid it just because they think that
Right.
you don't have to see this person anymore and stuff.
Mm.
But yeah, I think that's what I got out of it. So ever since that the whole situation happened, that's when I started building my wall really
Mhm.
high up
Yeah.
to the point that if I were to ever meet new people, I'm just like,
Yeah.
no,
Mhm.
this is never.
You know
happened.
when is a red flag, when you gotta like keep your barriers up and
I
whatnot.
tend to keep a wall up to people,
Mhm.
so that's why every time when new people meet me, they're always like, I don't really dare to talk to you because
Mhm.
you just don't seem like you want to talk to people. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, I
I've been through a
don't.
lot. Yeah.
I know I've been through a lot, but I know that
Mhm.
there are other people out there who've been through a lot
Worse.
too.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
sometimes in life you just don't have the energy to deal with people.
Yeah, true.
I'm just
Sometimes you
gonna
just,
say that.
there are days, yeah, I totally get you.
Yeah.
There are days when I wake up, I don't even want to check my notifications. I don't even want to reply my texts.
My
But yeah,
my
maybe
friend was
that's
like
really controversial to say, but
my
I
friend was
have
like, hey, you
my
wanna hang?
times,
I was like,
my
no,
day,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. I just don't
Yeah.
have the energy for that right now.
Mhm.
And she's like, no, I get it. I totally understand.
Yeah.
I think oh, and that's another thing is
Mhm.
respect. I think
True.
respect in friendship is the
Mhm.
most important thing.
True.
Is that if somebody does not respect your boundaries
Mhm.
or if they don't respect
Yeah.
your decisions or what you do and
Mhm.
stuff, red flag,
Then that's
guys.
a red flag, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they don't value you, they don't see you as an equal to all the other people in the friendship group, I guess. Yeah.
That being said, I'm really grateful for the friend group around me,
Yeah.
including Vimal, because I do tell him things,
Mhm.
not personal things,
Yeah.
but like there
Yeah,
are
but we
certain
do share certain
yeah we
things
do
that,
share
yeah.
things and
Mhm.
we tend to like relate a lot.
Mhm.
And also like I have like a close group of friends who like I share a lot to them as well, and
Mhm.
they respect my boundaries. They are always there to
Yeah.
listen to
Mhm.
like whatever the situation
Sometimes
is.
you just need an ear, I guess,
Yeah,
for
and
you to listen.
they
Yeah.
don't judge you.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. It's like because they know that nobody's perfect.
Yes. You feel as though there's
So
like a safe space for you to like
yeah,
open up. So let's just say if I'm going through something, I might tell you, and if you
yeah.
might going through something, you can always tell me. When we can always, like
I think
go vice versa.
I
Or,
think
yeah.
that's like one of the most like my love language is words of
Yeah.
affirmation. So it really like just puts me out there if
Mhm.
somebody's like if there's anything like you need to talk about,
Yeah.
just text me. I'm
Mhm.
always here to listen to you. Or it actually really bothers me a lot if
Mm.
I'm gonna be that kind of friend
Mhm.
where this friend is like, oh, okay, I'm going home from work
Yeah.
now, and I'm like, drive safe, and then the person's just like, okay,
Yeah.
you know that
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
bothers
Yeah.
the heck out of
I
me.
know, right?
Or when I tell that person, I'm
Mhm.
going home now, and that person doesn't say drive safe,
Yeah.
and it's just like, or like text me
Or
when
they
you
just,
get back, or
yeah.
like,
It shows that they don't. Maybe I don't know. I think it's my empath things coming back.
yeah,
I don't want to like put the next person at fault.
yeah,
I have that tendency
yeah.
to always think that I am the bad guy,
Mm.
you know. So I
I have
guess,
the
yeah,
tendency to think that maybe it's because I cared too much,
right.
or like
I
I
relate.
worry too
Yeah,
much for
yeah,
other
yeah,
people.
yeah.
But sometimes people just take advantage of that, and you know,
Mm.
it's just like it's a two-sided thing, guys.
It's a two-sided thing,
Friendship
but
works two ways.
two ways. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think my yeah, it's the same way. I think if you don't give out the same energy back, you feel sometimes that, you know, am I really a good friend? You start to like question your value as a person to your friend, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah. Or are we like, you know, are we like still cool or what's up?
True,
Yeah.
true.
Mm.
It's like, oh, one day you just bump into this person in the
The,
middle
the
of
next we're like
nowhere.
strangers.
And then
Yeah.
there's like, oh,
Mhm.
hi, are we
Yeah.
good? It's like, yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
And you guys just don't talk on social media. And it's like,
Yeah. Isn't that weird? Like, Is that how the world works?
If you want to cut me off your life, just cut me off.
Yeah.
Like, don't leave me hanging.
Yeah. You just don't be like mysterious about it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Hmm.
red flags, guys.
Those are some of the
So,
little red flags. Yeah. So should we move on to the next? That was
sorry
a
if this
long
is
one.
taking too long,
That was
but
a
we have a
long one.
lot to say.
Yep. Do you want to read the next one?
Hold on, let me just pick because I think there's some that is quite similar.
Yeah. How about this one, 64? I have troubles with that too.
How do you make new friends? Don't. No, I'm kidding.
Honestly, for me, I guess when I make new friends,
Talk to people.
yeah, talk to people. That would be the first thing. But if you're like a timid character, I totally understand. There are some people they have like great personalities. It's just that they're not that talkative, or
True.
yeah, you can't converse with them
You're
sometimes.
basically explaining me in a
Mhm.
nutshell.
But once you get to know them, you know that they're a crackhead or
Yeah.
something.
So
Yeah.
if you're like me and if you're
Mm.
afraid to actually go up and talk to people,
Mm.
don't. That's my advice. I realize that people tend to come and talk to me instead of me going to talk to
Yeah.
them. I used to be an extrovert. Explains a lot.
Mm.
I would always be so excited to meet people,
Mm.
and I always be like,
And what do you think really changed your personality from being an extrovert to like an ambivert?
I think
Yeah.
it's the constant amount of hurt that I've been through, and people who's been like taking advantage of me, and just me being too like out in the open for people, and to them thinking like, oh, she's like capable of like doing this and doing that, and then
So
like
that's
they
the
just
reason why
like
you have like your walls.
yeah. I
So
think I think just the constant amount of hurt lah. I think
the hurt, yeah.
getting hurt has been
Getting hurt will turn you numb.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty quick.
And it would definitely, I wouldn't say it would
Yeah.
traumatize you, but I would just feel like you would see a different perspective of this somebody.
Yep.
So,
And it changes up your character into like a whole
Yeah.
different person. Yeah.
so I think that's why it's like I said, back to the previous question that when I said I will build a wall really high up,
Mm.
um, I don't want to do that. I wish not to do that, but I don't really have a choice.
Yeah.
It is my personality and it's been with me. Like even in work now, I recently started work and
Yeah.
I don't really talk to people. Like
Mm.
honestly, if they want anything, they will talk to me.
Yeah.
I don't talk to them.
Mhm.
And a lot of people will think like, oh my god, that's such an arrogant
Yeah,
such an
they,
arrogant
they
like
might have a
personality.
preconceived notion
And I was like,
due to yeah.
but that's just me. It's just that I have social anxiety, and I
Yeah.
explained to my colleague, it's like I have social anxiety. I don't want to talk to people.
Right.
So, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, I think people have to understand that some people they have so much going through
Yeah.
inside of them that they
It's not your fault.
yeah,
It's
it's
a
not
me thing.
yeah, it's not your fault. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's like a me thing, like you've
Yeah.
explained it. Yeah, I think that's the way to put it. Like also sometimes there's like ADHD going on. Your brain tend to like you tend to not be able to focus on like one thing. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have clinical ADHD though, but sometimes I do have like some
I
episodes.
think we all think that
Yeah,
we have ADHD,
yeah,
to be honest.
the episodes. Yeah.
Oh, we're not making fun of ADHD.
Oh
People
my
who have
god.
ADHD.
Oh yeah, we're
But
definitely not.
I'm just saying.
Oh my god, we have to cut this out.
Yeah,
I
we're
think.
definitely cutting this out. This
We're
is
de-
your fault.
Oh yeah. Oh,
No, it's fine. Next
oh god.
question.
Okay, we're moving on. Okay.
Segue.
No, we're definitely not putting that on. I don't want to talk about this at
Yeah,
all. Yeah.
me neither. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Oh, I like the last question. Okay, so this will be our last question. Sorry if this podcast is very short, but we're tired. So
Yeah.
the last question is, when do you think it's time to move on from a friendship since it feels
Ooh,
one-sided?
I love this one so much. Yeah. This is gonna be
Period.
Yeah. That's how the Gen Zs would say it,
Yeah.
I guess. Wait, are you a Gen Z?
Mm-hmm.
Wait. I have like some friends who are like Gen Z and
You know what? I need to take a test.
yeah, like what are boomers?
I have no idea.
They're like
Let's-
boomers, they're millennials.
We'll save
they're
that for another
Gen Z. Yeah.
episode.
We're gonna discuss that in an upcoming episode, hopefully. Yeah. Going back to the question, yeah,
How do you like what?
yeah.
See, this is why my brain's not working.
Hmm.
So when do you think it's time to move on from a friendship if you feel like it's one sided?
Yeah.
Um, for me, I have had first-hand experience with really great friends, and when they start getting into relationships
Mm.
or when they start like
Oh.
being busy with their work and they just stop replying you, that's when I'm just like, wow, is your boyfriend, is your husband, your fiance more
Hmm.
important than the one who has been there for you
Hmm.
through your hardships and stuff? And I'm not saying that it's wrong for you to be in
Yep,
a
it
relationship, but you
is.
just need to prioritize
Hmm.
like,
Maybe you have to know how to manage your time
yeah,
properly. You can, of course, your spouse or whoever
yeah,
is way
they're
more important
important,
to
yeah.
you, but I think at times you have to give some credit or
Mm.
like some acknowledgement, I guess, to your friends as well
It was
because
like,
they matter as well.
if I wasn't there for you, you would still be with that guy who broke your heart,
Mm.
and you wouldn't even meet your current husband or your current boyfriend or
Hmm.
just whatever it was
Yeah.
because I was there to give you advice the
Hmm.
whole time. So that's when I felt like our
Hmm.
friendship started to deteriorate and go
Yeah.
one side,
Hmm.
and I was like, this person's not replying me. This person does not want to talk to me anymore.
Yeah.
I just gave up on that. I think texting was like
Hmm.
one of the biggest
You
things.
feel one-sided, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Or
felt like one-sided, especially when you text with so much of like energy
yeah.
and whatnot?
I
And
hate. Okay, I'm a huge texter,
same.
so I hate it when people are like,
Mhm.
"Oh, okay, like
So
I'm."
example, for example, sorry to cut you off,
Yeah.
but for example, if you're asking someone, "What are you doing?"
Mm,
Or like, "What are your plans for the
yeah. And then this
weekends?"
person's like, "I'm watching Netflix." Just like, "Oh, cool, cool, cool. So are you like free to hang out on this date?" And then they're
Yeah,
just like, "Seen.
seen, or they'll
Do
just
not reply you forever."
or they have reply you, but like
A
they might
month
reply a
later.
month later. I am really the person to do that because the reason why is that I have a tendency to reply texts in my brain. So let's
Yeah.
say if like someone is texting me and
Oh, he does
asking,
that to me all the time.
yeah, I know, I do. I'm really bad at it, but um, people might think that I'm such a flake
Yeah.
when it comes to like texting, but in reality, I have a tendency to like reply in my brain. So I'll be looking at my text, going through my phone, and I'll be like, oh, okay,
It's understandable.
yeah, so what are you doing? So I was like, I'll have a conversation with them. I'll be
Yeah.
texting, and then at a certain point, I'll be like, oh, okay, this person has asked me, what are your plans for the weekend? I might say, oh,
It's
I'm going to the beach or something, but I reply in my brain, not
yeah.
via the text.
It's normal for
Yeah.
me, but when I say I'm a huge time texter, I actually
Mhm.
mean I'm a huge time
Yeah.
texter, and I reply people straight away.
Hmm. Oh
If
yeah, she does.
it's not straight away, it could be
Hmm.
like 5 or 10 minutes later.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, it's like I really want it. I really want that somebody to just freaking reply me.
Yeah.
So it's
Why is
like,
it so hard for you to reply? I mean, I know that
okay,
if you're
if you don't want to
busy,
hang
but
out with
yeah,
me, fine. Just say you don't want to hang out
yeah,
with me.
or
Don't
like if
leave
you have
me.
something else to do, you just can let them
Yeah.
know.
So I
Coming from a
think
bad texter, I'm really bad at texting.
so. That's when I
Yeah.
yeah. So I think like if they don't reply you, it just shows that
Mhm.
they don't appreciate you. Put it this way, you're never too busy for anybody.
True.
So
You, and then the other thing is that you always have your phone beside
yeah.
you.
So what if
Am I the red flag now?
no you're not. Okay, put yourself in a situation,
Yeah.
for example,
Hmm.
you and I have been friends for 5 years.
Yeah.
Example.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you just one day stop texting me.
Hmm.
And then I got so pissed off by it. I
Yeah.
never confront you. I just cut you off because I
Yeah.
feel like it's one sided.
Hmm.
But I end up in a hospital.
Oh.
And then it's like I'm
Mm.
trying to keep in contact with you, like emergency, like hello, 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 but you still
Yeah.
don't pick up your phone.
Oh, that's really bad.
So how do you think me, as the person who's been
In
texting
that
you the whole
situation,
time, like
yeah.
feel about it? Yeah.
Oh, that's so bad. I think the one thing is that you should never take anyone for granted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I think that
Mhm.
it's the same with relationships, if
Mhm.
somebody who is kind to you
Yeah.
and caring to you, and if they show so much love and
Yeah,
energy
affection,
towards you,
whatnot.
just
Yeah.
like freaking accept it,
Yeah, if you
man.
can't reciprocate
Yeah.
the
Do
same,
not be
yeah.
egoistic about it. I would
Hmm.
say put your ego aside and just
Hmm.
allow people in. Do
Yeah.
not like I've learned that from first hand experience.
Hmm.
From somebody who keeps her wall up really high, you'll be surprised at the amount of people that I've let in last year. So it was like even I myself was so surprised at how much I could share towards people that I've never met. Or
You've
but-
heard it here first,
but
folks.
they gave
Yeah.
me a sense of, what do you call it?
Clarity.
Not clarity. They gave me a sense of like peace. It was like they accepted me. They're
The
like
acceptance, yeah.
there's like, oh, we're here to talk if you need anything, even though they don't say it physically,
Yeah.
but they just around you. That's how
Yeah.
you feel around them and stuff. So
Yeah. True.
yeah,
Mm.
one-sided, guys. It's never a
Mindset,
good
yeah.
thing.
It's never a good thing when anything, whether it's like relationship or like
Mm.
friendship, when you feel one-sided, I think that's the time where you have to really evaluate the friendship or the relationship that you are in, because if it if it is like a constant thing where you feel as though it's always one-sided,
Mm.
then what's the point wasting your time and energy? Again,
True.
I think I've said energy like 10 million times on this podcast.
I had this like
Yeah.
really great friend in uni. We literally experienced life together. Uni, I was like what, 18? Now I'm 25. So
Oh, 25, okay.
if you were to talk about if you're still talking,
No,
not
yeah.
really.
Mhm.
But am I sad about it? Yes,
Yeah.
because boy, I was there for her the whole time.
Mm.
And then, she may not feel it that way, but
Mhm.
that's how I feel.
Yeah.
She just started having a boyfriend. She's married now, by the way.
Oh.
She also has a child. So
Mhm.
I'm just saying, like,
If you're watching this, you know where to reach
if
her.
you're watching this, just reply my text because you're one of the people who always leaves me on hang.
Ah.
I've called her out
I think you
on
just
it
wanted.
so many times.
Oh.
And the fact that it actually bothers me. I might not put this in, but
Yeah. I think you just wanted like a closure or something.
I need my best friend back.
Yeah.
It was like, I need my
I
best
think it's
friend.
really.
Yeah.
I think it's time for you to maybe contact her again and see how it goes.
I did, like, actually,
Because I
like,
have some married friends as well.
I contacted her like a few weeks ago. But she's left me on hang, like. No, I mean, like, we did have a
Yeah.
conversation, and then after she's just like,
Oh.
so I'm just like, okay, we're going there again.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully that she really opens up, I guess, to
Yeah.
you and stuff. Maybe you guys can patch things up. Hopefully, if it's there, we'll see how it goes. Bro.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
So I think we really need our mics this time closer because I don't think people
okay.
can hear us. So
I hope
anyways,
you guys can hear us, folks. Yeah.
we're just gonna end the podcast here. Sorry about the noise. I will try my best to like remove it.
I hope there's not so much of like background noise.
Yeah, I really hope. But anyways, if you guys like this episode,
It's getting
just
hectic up in here.
show some love in the comments.
Don't forget to comment,
yeah.
like, and subscribe.
Yes,
share.
and I
Do
would.
people still wait?
No.
No.
Nor. I would. We
Nor.
would definitely be back to film another video together.
For sure.
But yeah,
Or maybe if you have like some suggestions on
do
what
let
we
us
should
know
talk
like
about,
what topics we should talk about in the comments
Yeah,
or
if you have like
on
any
the
suggestions.
on the Instagram page.
I feel like we're like fighting for our lives with our mics. I hope that they can hear us.
Hello, guys.
Yo, can you hear us?
We're so sorry, but yeah, we're just gonna end the video right now.
Yeah. We're done.
Bye.